ahead and pray into the cards and get started with today's. Is you see the title, right? You can get guidance from the Lord today for $5 or $10 through Cash App or PayPal. Okay, so let's get started. I call upon our great divine, our most high, our divine ancestors, and our divine spirit guides to give us the divinely accurate messages that each individual soul needs to hear today in order to grow, learn, and evolve. Spirit, please allow me to deliver those messages in a divinely eloquent manner that allows for each and every soul to understand and interpret the messages in the way that is needed to stay in accordance with your will, Lord, as well as for their destiny. In Jesus' name we pray, amen, and so it is. Ashe. Alright, welcome in, guys. We're not going to be over on YouTube for super long, alright, because I was over on TikTok for a lot longer than I had anticipated, and if you were on TikTok with me, right, then you know that I do have to go to the store later, and your girl does not like driving in the dark. Why? Because her headlights are super dim, and my car won't even allow for the brights to be turned off, right? The brights automatically come on. Can't do nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? If someone wanted to donate, right, or send a love offering, okay, to help me pay for new headlights, you know what I'm saying? Because right now my focus is going to be on getting my oil change, and you guys know that content is my full-time job now. You guys, if you have the subscription plan on TikTok, right, if you subscribe to one of the devotion plans, then you know that I quit my other job, excuse me, due to some fake stuff they were trying to be on, right? They were just doing some things behind my back type of thing, being shisty in the background. So I keep peace of mind. I left that job. You know what I'm saying? So I do content full time. Okay, all right. This is my only source of income. Right. So I fully appreciate and am very highly grateful for everything you guys do to support me, to pour into me, right? And I will do everything I can to support you guys and pour back into you guys as well, okay? And hi, Jim, how you doing? How you feeling? Let me know down in the chat, right? So yeah, and you guys know I don't do this for money, even though this is my full-time job, right? Like, I don't do this for the money, right? I just rather you guys get the messages that you need from the Lord, okay? But of course we still have to respect tarot. We have to respect each other's energy and time, right? We still have to make sure that we're participating in consent when it comes to reading, when allowing me to read on your energy, as well as equal give and take, okay, because it does drain energy for me to read on the cards, right? So it's just fair that you invest your energy back into me, right? Especially if you vibe with me, okay, and you want to pour into me already. Hi, Angel. How you doing? How you feeling? All right, so you can get you can get a 3-card or a 5-card reading for $5 or $10 through Cash App or PayPal. Alrighty, you can get a simple 1-card question if you really want just like a simple yes or no question answered. It's gonna be $1 through Cash App or PayPal. Okay. If you, I know some people like have asked, like when I was over on TikTok, somebody wanted to know who their guides were on their spiritual guidance team. Since I don't have like a big, like a deck for specifically for guides, I do have the Archangel Light Code deck, right? And it has all the archangels in it, right? So this is the way that we figured out her archangels on her spiritual guidance team, right? But spiritual guidance team means, you can have different deities, different demigods, different Greek gods, right? Different high vibrational spirits or low vibrational spirits, right? Remember, in the spiritual realm, when it comes to your spiritual guidance team, they can be of light or dark energy. As long as they have your purest intentions at heart, right, then it doesn't matter what they identify as, right? As long as you identify as light and are using them in their guidance for light, okay, you will never be harmed by anything. I promise you that. If you always, God says, oh, if you use love, you'll always win. You'll always win. If you use love, you will always win. Why? Because love is a high vibrating energy, and it cannot be beaten by hate. Okay. All right. So if you're interested in figuring out who your archangels are on your spiritual guidance team, right, you can send $5 and we'll figure out your top three. Or if you want to know your top five, right, we'll do that for the $10. Okay. So all the archangels are in that deck, right? So you can do that. Or you can get a regular 3-card, 5-card reading. It could be a general reading, or it could be a specific question that you have that you want to get into. Okay. Oh, I'm probably gonna. Hey, official, how you doing? How you feeling? Let me know down in the chat. Okay, I want to know, guys. I do care about you guys. Alrighty. We're doing personal readings today for $5 or $10, 3 cards or 5 cards. Alrighty. If you want to know why we do it for the energy exchange, right? The energy exchange literally just means why there's a price on it. Okay, I will let you know the reasons down saying down below, but I'm not going to type it out. I don't even think I have that feature, but still, I will let you guys know the reasons for why we do why I charge for readings. Okay, I know some people, like, you know, they're like, oh well, I don't want to pay, right? Well, and here, that's fine, but I'm probably not your tarot reader. You feel what I'm saying? Because I don't play about tarot, right? I'm gonna make sure you get the divinely accurate messages, and I'm gonna make sure that you understand and you interpret them the way that is needed for you to grow, learn, and evolve, so that you can stay in alignment with your destiny timeline. Okay, I'm not gonna play about that, right? The Lord doesn't play about that, right? So I'm not gonna feel sorry or feel bad that I charge, because I know how seriously I take this, right? And I hope that everybody who invests in it takes it just as seriously, because there is divine guidance from the Lord, right? I am from the United States of America. Where are you from? Right? So as long as you, like, just respect the rules that are in place to make sure that you get the guidance that you need from the Lord, everything will work out for you. You know what I'm saying? There's no point of being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not going to make me want to give you a reading anyway, right? If anything, it's going to make me want to block you, you know. Right? Make sure that you no longer have access to my energy. Right? So it's like, you know, we just got to make sure we remain respectful about it. India, from South India, period. Love to see it. How you doing? Well, they're probably nice. I don't know if the weather's nice over there. Probably better than over here where I'm at in the United States. It's that fall weather, guys. It's that fall weather. I don't know about you guys, but I like the sun. I do like the sun. Me and the sun are best friends. Okay. If you want to go watch my video on the sun's aura that I made, like, maybe what, like, when I first started this channel in 2021, right? You can go watch that video when I was talking about the sun's aura, and how it's just a rainbow, right? It's just a rainbow, guys. If you never truly looked at the sun and like looked at the aura it has, right, it's probably because, you know, you heard the saying, don't look at the sun, right? And then you believed it, so now you barely look in the sky and see what's really going on in your reality. Yeah. Thank you. Y'all know I don't mind when you're like, and see that, can I just point out the way that Ravi did it? That's respectful, you know what I'm saying? But there have been people who, like, you know, just get disrespectful. Just be respectful in the chat, you know. uh, that's all I ask. That's all I ask. Keep an open mind, because we talk about a lot of different topics, right? I have to see if I could put it in some way, because I would like you guys to see the same bio that TikTok gets, about this being a safe space. Okay, and we talk about a lot of different topics and how they're interconnected with one another, whether that be science, religion, or spirituality. Okay, they're all interconnected. Yes, they are. Okay, we can prove it with science. Okay. um It's just that it's not, they don't put a camera to it. Let's say that. They don't talk about it because they don't want a lot of people to know about it. You know what I'm saying? And then that's just how it is, right? Like when it comes to like meditation and how that's correlated to your brain waves, right? And the state your brain is producing the waves at, whether it's theta, beta, right? Okay, so like there's a lot of different sciences that go into spirituality as well as religion. You know what I'm saying? It's just that we as a collective, we as a humanity, we just forget to connect the dots because we, you know, because you know, let's be honest, the elites want everything to be divided. So if you can't see the bigger picture, how would you know it even goes together? If there's the pieces to the puzzle, right? You got the pieces to the puzzle, but you can't even see the bigger picture, right? You can't even see that bigger picture. How are you supposed to know they go together? You can't without using your spiritual eye, right? Your third eye. Okay? You can't begin to fathom it, right? Until you do that. And that's just the truth. Okay? I don't know if Robbie's still in here. He said South India. Is that Buddhism? That's widely I'm not really sure where in South India they're from, but I just want to try and figure out if that's Buddhism or Hinduism. That's widely over there, right? Y'all know, I honestly like Buddhism and Hinduism the best when talking about religions, right? Because is from the Netherlands, period. Welcome in, lady. How you doing? How you feeling? Love to see it. Yeah, and it's just because like for me, Buddhism and Hinduism, like they get straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, Judaism and Christianity does not get straight to the point, right? They run you in circles to see if you're gonna catch on, right? And it's like the same messages. It's the same messages. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing good, thank you. Yeah, and it's like, thank you for asking. Oh, is it nice out there in the Netherlands? Is it got good weather over there? It was raining earlier, so it's probably like in the 40s or 50s where I'm at. In Fahrenheit. It's raining. Oh, it's been like just like everywhere. It's been raining then, huh? Be like that. One of those days. Yeah, but what you call it? Yeah, so that's why I like those practices just a little better, because literally it's the same messages. Like the things that Christianity is trying to teach, Judaism is trying to teach, Buddhism and Hinduism is trying to teach. It is literally all trying to give you the same message. It's just how they go about it. Exactly, it's the seasons. Right, it's just what can you do? And y'all, and the Netherlands is not that well, distance wise, yes, but retrospect of the entire planet, Netherlands is not that far from the coast of America. And like just looking at the planet from a bird's eye view, Netherlands isn't super far across the way. Whereas, you know, it's not like having the other side of the planet where like Asia and stuff are at, where you'd have to go over where on California side and go that way, you know. Um, so yeah, I think like yeah, it makes sense, especially yeah, because I am on like the east coast of the United States, so yeah, just the weather, the seasons are changing. I don't know. I just I prefer summer all year around. Okay, I'm just a summer baby. I was born in the summer too, but still I just like the sun just way more than I do any other weather on this planet. Okay, I don't mind the rain, you know, when it rains I'm like, "Oh, you know." But like I don't I don't like being in it all the time or you know, it being constant. Yeah. Like I like rain for my garden. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like rain because my plants need water and you know, I don't have to water them if the rain does it. You feel me? So that's why I like rain, but other than that it's like I'd probably go play in rain sometimes, but it's really like I would have to prepare my entire body to get wet. you, you know? And I feel like it's the same with snow. Like I have to prepare my entire body for that. Like, hmm, it's pretty to look at. Snow is very pretty. If you've never seen snow, very, very pretty. Right? In person, it's very pretty, right? Until you get to touching it too much, you know. You get to touching snow too much, and you sitting there like, wow, almost got frostbite. Fun. Like, no. No. Okay. Just very pretty to look at. Okay, you sitting there watching the trees with no leaves crystallize and everything, and you're like the snow glistening. It's glistening with barely any sunlight out, but it's still so pretty, you know. And then you start playing it, and it's like going. Then exactly. Yes. When the sun actually comes out the clouds and then on sparkles. Oh goodness, it is so beautiful, you know. But waiting till your car warms up and it's below zero, like that is just like, oh god. There's pros and there's cons. There's pros and there's cons, guys. I grew up in the snow basically my whole life, and I'm still not used to it. Okay. So I tell y'all, I had the best. Y'all know when I lived in Florida for 2.5 years. Okay, the most I had to deal with was the rain and the light hurricanes that I had while I was there. Right, and baby, I was happy. Okay. Because if it wasn't, you know, when it rained, but when it was nice outside, it was nice outside. You know what I'm saying? 100 and something degrees, right? Your lowest average is 80s. Like, oh my goodness, I could be outside every day in shorts if I want to. Like, yes. Exactly. No, like, oh my goodness. It is it no. This the so yeah, I enjoy the warmer weather. Just you know, because I feel like I can cool down if I get too hot. You know, like same with getting cold. Like you can warm up when you get cold. You know, so it just depends. It depends. It depends. It depends. Because I think with weather, I'd rather it be too hot, right? But if we're talking about the temperature inside my house, I think I'd rather it be a little colder in the house. Just because because I don't like, I sleep. Okay, I grew up in a winter state, so I sleep with the comforter all year round. Okay, when I lived in Florida, you know how thin those comforters were, like this. This is a winter comforter right here, guys. Look at how thick this is. This is gonna keep you warm in the snow time. Okay, right now imagine I like to sleep with these kind of blankets all year around. So even when it's hot and I'm sitting there and it's still like 70 degrees Fahrenheit outside, right, at nighttime, okay, so it's still hot, right? I need it to be a little cold in the house. You feel me what I'm saying? Just a tad bit, because I like to sleep. I don't know, guys. That's just me though. I don't really like sleeping with the thin blankets. I don't know, because it doesn't feel like I'm covered, it doesn't make me feel secure. You feel me? Like, I like the thick blanket because I can snuggle with the thick blanket, right? I feel secure with a thick blanket. A thin blanket doesn't make me feel as safe in the blanket. You know what I'm saying? And I do have spiritual gifts, guys, right? And I'm glad the Lord knew that, not, yes, I could dabble in clairvoyancy, but girl, if the Lord had let me to be able to see ghosts, would have been over. Okay, y'all thought it's bad enough that I like the thick blanket. Man, no, right? So seriously, I literally like a thicker blanket because I feel safer, so that none of the spirits can try to talk to me, or to, you know what I'm saying, try to touch me or something while I'm sleeping under my cover. I'm safe under there, Maybe I watched too many horror movies growing up, but still. Okay, we all know that stuff is real. Hey, what you call it? Hey, Jim, and you see you got two blankets in the summer? Yeah, because it's so comfortable. It's so relaxing. Like, I don't know, I feel the safest with a thick blanket, than a thin blanket, you know. I sleep in a thin blanket and I'm like, this doesn't feel right. Like, it's not doing what it needs to do, right? I get the thick blanket and I'm like, so happy. Uh, so yeah, no, definitely. I think that was like one of those things. I was like, oh, in Florida, no, and yeah, no, I was living with my ex, so yeah, that's what we had. Those thin blankets. They didn't even, like, if I probably like went to the actual store, like, to look for blankets, like thick comforters, right? I'm pretty sure Florida barely sells thick comforters like that. Like, mainly, like, if you go to a store in like a state up north, they got thick comforters. That's probably only one of the only real variety of comforters they got is thick. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might have some thin ones here and there, because people like thin comforters, right? But majority of them will be thick, versus going down to Florida where the majority of the comforters will be thin, and they have the sprinkle of the thin ones. It's just different places and where you're at, and what the weather coincides for, so what the market would need more of. Yeah. See, and this is I use this comforter year round. You know what I'm saying? I use a thick one year round. It's comfortable, it's squishy, you know what I'm saying? I like it. It's got a little padding, you know. So I all year round, even during the summer. So I get you, lady. I get you. All right, because I don't know. I can't even sleep without a blanket. It's so weird. Like, I just seriously, I need a blanket, like, to sleep. I cannot sleep without one. I don't know. People who like sleep without blankets, I'd be looking like, well, how are you comfortable? You know what I'm saying? How does your body know, like, it's time to go to sleep, like, without the blanket? You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, maybe like in the car, I get it, because you're like, you just doze off. But like, when I'm laying down, even if it's on a couch, like if I'm on a couch or if I'm on a bed, I'm like, I need something like to lay down with. I can't just lay here. I'm like, I can't go to sleep like this. It's not. There's nothing on me. It's just I'm just laying here at this point. It's not really sleeping. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I need to feel something exactly. Because if I don't, I don't think my body registers that I'm going to sleep. I think that's just how my body is at this point. Yeah, it's like it's too thin. You know, maybe I just need to get like a weighted blanket, right? Call it a day. Maybe I just want it for the weight, right? Just want to feel the weight of the blanket on me. You know, it is what it is. What time is it? Let's see. Alrighty, guys. So if you're interested in a personal reading, just let me know. The heavy blanket. That is what. Yeah, yeah. Yes, I would. That probably was the best. Like a weighted heated blanket. They also have cooling blankets. I don't know. Maybe if they had like a weighted, like a heavy blanket or a weighted blanket that had settings that you can make it cold or hot. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that is an idea. And somebody who can actually make that happen needs to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? At least put me on the royalties. But it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I will literally just take credit for the idea, you know? But someone else has to figure the logistics out, okay? Because I don't know how to do that. All right? Exactly. Exactly. And you can just switch the settings on it. You know, that'd be so cool, right? I think, what was it? I was like in, I want to say this was like when I was like kindergarten or first grade. Me and my friend, these didn't exist yet, okay? These did not exist yet, all right? I didn't think somebody stole our idea, but it did not exist yet because it was the coats that had like not insulation, but it had the warmers in the coats. Like the coats had warmers in them. Okay, me and my friend, I tell you, this was just some random school project. We had came up with this idea. We tried to build a model for it and everything. It didn't work out because neither of us knew how the technical stuff worked out. We were just kids, you know what I'm saying? So, of course, my friend's mom is trying to help us do the best we can for the model, and then it's like 10 years later. Exactly. It was like 10 years later it exists. And I was sitting there like, yo, I had that idea when I was a child. Like me and my friend literally came up with it because we were trying to figure out what to do for the winter time. So we were like, yeah, that's gonna be our science project. Yeah. And we couldn't really get a good model for it because we didn't know how that stuff worked. So basically manifested it, right? Because now it exists, guys. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know. I feel the same way about Mickey D's, y'all. Nobody said Mickey D's until, me and my family, but we were saying Mickey D's way before Mickey D's capitalized on it. I just want y'all to know that. We were saying Mickey D's, bro. Okay? And then one day, it was on commercial, and I was sitting there like, dog. Why does this keep happening? Exactly. It's like, why does this keep happening? Like, at least give me the royalties for the idea. Like, Jesus. I promise you, I was saying Mickey D's so long before they ever made it a thing, bro. It's like, wait, what was... And now I know somebody's gonna take this blanket idea and they're gonna make it a reality. Just make sure you shout out your girl when you're at the top. Like I be having the ideas, and it's just the put them together part that always gets me. Like I'm the idea gal, okay? I'm the idea gal. I got the ideas for days. I can even channel ideas from the Most High. You want them? But I can't put them together. Okay. Right, I got the idea. You just, I need somebody else to, you know, get the logistics figured out. That's all. Same with the divine revolution. I have plans for us to do a divine revolution. If you guys are ready for a revolution, I have ideas. I have ideas. I just can't orchestrate them. I need somebody else to do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Definitely. Exactly. Because we were definitely doing we were on it. Like, as kids, we were thinking of the ideas, and it's just so crazy when I, like, later, like, found out that somebody actually made it a real thing. I was like, oh my god. We were children when we came up with that idea. You know, I was like, wow. It was for some random science fair project too. It wasn't even that big of a deal. So, yeah. Yes, Victoria, I am. Ah, married 25 years, period, lady. I love to see it. That's beautiful. That's a long time too. Love to see it. No, I am a single. Right, I am in no rush. Okay. I love that. Okay, so yeah, so honestly, I just know it. I just know it. I know that we've talked about it now. That we've talked about it and we put it in the atmosphere. Somebody's gonna create it. You know what I'm saying? Who that person will be, I don't know. But the Lord gives me so many ideas and knows that I literally don't know how to bring them to fruition because that's not my specialty. Like, yeah, I got the ideas. I'll give you the ideas. You need an idea person? I got you. I could come up with ideas. But you gotta execute them. I can't do that for you. 20, still happy, period. Period. Say yes. Period. Yes. I love to hear that. 25 years, happy, going strong, period. Many, many more beautiful years for you, for your lucky couple. I love that. Lucky, lovely, love that. I love that. Yes. May this type of relationship find us all. I'm like reading the last comment here, and it's like, I love that. Hi, man, Kiss. How you doing? How you feeling? Let me know down in the chat, okay? Alrighty, guys. So yeah, honestly, you say you're 47. Period. So y'all are together like in your 20s, basically. Okay, okay. Love to see it. And you're definitely not that old. You know, I think people forget, like, that you're technically, your frontal lobe is still developing in your 20s, you know? So technically, you know, real adulthood. I don't know. I feel like it's a process. They throw you, I don't know, I feel like when you're 20, like we say that's like a, like when you reach like 21, like, oh your goodness, you're illegal for everything. But at the same time, I feel like that's just a way for society to be like, here you go, I'm gonna throw you to the wolves, figure it out. And then you still need 10 more years before, like, you, in that time frame, your frontal lobe is still developing, right? And as well as you're still figuring out your own personal identity separate from your friends, your family, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're still learning how to be authentically yourself. So it's like, is this a good mix to just say figure it out? I don't think this is a great age to say just figure it out, especially the way the economy is today. that and a 7-week-old grandson. Oh, your kids are grown then. Your kids are definitely grown. They're probably like my age. You said you're 47, so if you had, yeah, you're only a little bit older than my parents, so yeah. So definitely, if you had your kids, like, yeah, yeah, wow, you, yeah. Well, all your kids are like older than me, but not by much. Not by much. I turned 24 next year, so not by much. So yeah, definitely. That's so cute. 7 weeks old is adorable. Grandson, oh, probably the cutest thing ever. Oh my goodness. It's okay. I will patiently wait. I am in no rush. You told me if I knew anything that for certain about my life, for certain, it was that I was gonna become a mother and a grandmama. That was for certain. That's probably the only part of my life that I took. Like I would look at God and say, if you don't, I will never do a mission here again if I don't have children. I'm not doing that. I think that's probably one thing I made God promise before I came here. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, he's, yes, that's adorable. Like, guys, y'all know me. Y'all know um, my goal. My goals. What to do to give back for the community and help create peace on this planet. My goals are to build more homeless shelters, right? Teach the homeless how to get on their feet so that they can create their own financial security, right? I'm teach them how to fish, basically. You know what I'm saying? So that they can they can build generational wealth for themselves, right? Um, so that's my one idea, as well as um, an orphanage. Okay, right, to have an orphanage for the children, because there's just I believe in, like, save the children, right? So I'm gonna do anything to make sure I protect the children on this planet first. See, yeah. Wait, so you said you had the same goal as me? And then you said see their talents, they don't see their self. What? Hold on, I might be confused about that last line there. Oh, I think I see. Okay, wait, I think I mean, if you're talking about the homeless shelter, right? See the okay. Period. So like get yeah, basically have them do what makes their soul sing, so that they can live their destiny on this planet, right? Basically that's my my intent for the homeless shelters. And I feel like people build homeless shelters, right, but they don't really invest into the people they're building the homeless shelter for, right? I think a lot of the time some of these people that build homeless shelters, not all of them, right, but some of them who build it, they just build it to build it, right? They just want a tax write-off. You know what I'm saying? They don't really actually care about the homeless people, feel me? So whereas I want to teach them like to if I give them the housing, but I don't teach them how to sustain it, if I don't teach them how to basically, one day not need the, services I'm building for them, and be able to do this on their own, right? Then it's like, what's the point of the homeless shelter? You feel me? That's my thing. Like, what's the point if they cannot learn how to do this stuff on their own? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to build a homeless shelter so that they can learn how to do the stuff that they need to do for themselves, right? It's not it, and I'm going to invest in making sure that they know those things, right? Give them the same living quarters and that everybody else has. You know what I'm saying? Not bunk beds in one room or areas. You know what I'm saying? In certain no. I when I think of the building for my homeless shelter, I'm thinking like a apartments complex. You know what I'm saying? And at most, you might have a roommate in that apartment. You know what I'm saying? But you'll know about each other, right? You both have access to the keys. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, like what? Like when you're first starting, I'm not gonna, you know, there'll never be like rent, but you will have like certain classes and stuff you'll have to take in order to get your life together. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna put you onto different games, see like different game, like if you into tech, right? If you're into housing, if you're into like different trades and stuff like that, we're gonna make sure that you have those kind of opportunities so that you can get in, you can learn a trade skill, or you can you know, learn a technical skill, or you can, you know, go back to school. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to invest in them, invest the money that we are cultivating here, right? To back into the community, back into the people who have been left behind. Okay, because it's there's no reason for any of us to get left behind on this planet when there is room for all of us, money for all of us, dreams for all of us. You know what I'm saying? Spotlight for all of us. You know what I'm saying? There's enough for all of us. The world is wide enough. I promise you. Go listen to that song. If you have not listened to that song from the Alexander Hamilton musical, when it said, you know, the song is called "The World Was Wide Enough," right? Okay, because it is. There's no need for us to be at constant competition with one another, right? There's no need for us to try to even build off of competition with one another, right? When we all have something that makes us special, and we should lift each other up in in its entirety, okay? Right? To our fullest extent, we should be showering each other with love and support at all times. You know what I'm saying? And that's really why I started this channel. You know what I'm saying? So we could spread the mission of world peace, and we could act upon it. I tell you guys, I got the ideas for days. I know I need a team to help me fully bring this into fruition, fully bring the ideas that I have in my head into real life. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, that's just, everybody has their strong suits and everybody has their weaknesses, you know. And that's hey, that's one of mine. um is like I can shoot, have the ideas, right, could do the planning, but then when you're like, okay, we got to execute it, it's like, ooh, I need help. You know, and I know that about myself. Okay. And that's just how it is, right? So I already know when we get to a certain point in the journey, right, with your guys' support, as well as I'm going to, you know, have a team um helping us get us through this, you know, making sure that we get to do all the things that we came here on this planet to do. Okay. Alrighty, and if you vibe with us, right, and if you are serious about the mission of world peace, right, and you want to awaken all the unawoken souls, right, and you like to learn, okay, you like to grow, you like to evolve, okay, you vibe with my energy, and you should have already hit that subscribe button, baby, okay, alright. Alright, you guys, I told you I wasn't trying to be here long because I do have to go to the store, and I don't like driving at night, and it get dark sooner now. So if y'all haven't peeped, right, and I want y'all to peep that because daylight savings is a sham, right, just to keep you out of alignment of your chakras with the stars. Okay, all right. And pay attention to how the earth moves, not how time moves. All right. So yeah, but remember, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. We're probably gonna do the same format, like where I go live on TikTok and then come live on YouTube right after, unless I need like a break, like a few minute break, 5-10 minute break, then, you know, I'll let you know. But I think we're gonna keep doing it in that format. We'll add Twitch back when I'm at my desk again, okay, so that we can have all three, and I'll explain more on that later. Okay, all right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. I love you guys, and remember, we speak love, justice, and peace. Y'all have a blessed day. Amen.